If you're not going abroad with Pan Am this year,
things go better with Coke.
Early, way before 8, packed to the rafters, it stayed open late. The sweetheart photograph of you and your date. Welcome to Cloudland Revamped.
Well, Cloudland was the premier music, dance and social venue of Brisbane from 1948 through to 1982. I guess it was the venue where there were many social changes in Brisbane, but its fame, I guess, spanned further than just Brisbane. People came from the Northern Rivers, from central Queensland to come and dance there on a Saturday night during the 40s and 50s.
I'll tell the waiter to tell him he's wanted on the telephone. You've been locked in his arms.
It was there for the birth of rock and roll. People like Paul Anka, Jerry Lee Lewis, Buddy Holly all played there in the late 50s. And it saw the birth of rock and roll musically, but also the birth of rock and roll from a dance perspective.
Well, I started going to Cloudland around about 1952. It was all ballroom dancing, and we'd go in our lovely ballerina dresses, and then jiving came in, and they roped off a tiny little bit for the drivers, and I was the first one under there, and in the finish they took the rope away because everybody was driving there.
It was used for exams and debutante balls during the 60s and 70s, and was also witness to the birth of punk in Australia. Bands like The Clash, UB40, Madness, even Cold Chisel and AC/DC all played there during the mid-70s. It was an integral part of Brisbane's cultural heritage for 40 years.
In those days you had to leave at a certain time and you had to be sure you got the last tram home or the last train home, so it was a different era altogether. And the little vernacular railway going up from Breakfast Creek Road, that was something again, that was constantly moving. It was lovely. So there you go.
There was a band of brothers that used to do most of the demolition work and all the dirty jobs that no one else would do in Brisbane, called the Dean Brothers, who I believe were all brothers, and fortunately all except one are dead. And I think their motto was, the only thing that we leave behind is the memories. They pretty much came in and demolished 40 years of history in 2 to 3 hours. It's 3 a.m. when they started demolishing, and by the time the sun was coming up on the Sunday morning, in 10th of November in 82, all that was left of Cloudland was just a pile of rubble. I wasn't there. From all reports that I've heard, for a couple of days afterwards, you couldn't get within a couple of mile radius of the building after it had been torn down. There were so many people that had met there, got married, or sat their exams there, or gone to debutante balls. All of these people from Brisbane and surrounds that were really impacted by having a part of their heritage pulled down overnight without their consultation. And as far as they were aware, contradictory to what a building that they thought was protected by a national heritage listing.
Memory I have of Cloudland is when I was a traveller coming back to this city and always seeing that building up the top. You knew you were home. And then for many, many years looking up on that hill and seeing nothing there. That was, great loss.
It actually sat dormant for 10 years. which I really can't fathom. And like I said, it was very much a financial decision, but it was eventually, replaced with a whole heap of, penthouses and townhouses overlooking Brisbane City, and became a prime piece of real estate land, just like anything else around Bowen Hills. And today it's just full of residences, and the only thing that really exists to give you any indication that Cloudland was there is there's a couple of the old steps. And a memorial just down the road from where the apartment block sits today, and of course the apartment block's got the original name of the venue, so it's Cloudland Apartments. So it's pretty much what's there today. But I don't think that those periods of time will ever exist again. So I think what that building stood for and represented is gone forever.
Welcome to the story of the greatest ballroom in the Southern Hemisphere.
The show's very much a Jersey Boys style of feel, I guess. It's a history of a building as opposed to the history of a band. And it goes through the impact that Cloudland had in all its facets. So it involves the dance changes that happened during that period of time in Australia, the music changes that happened during that period of time, and just even the social changes, the fashion changes, and just basically a journey through what the building was all about.
Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Brought back lots of memories. So
What's your favourite songs turning up there?
Real good choice of songs there. They were really good. I don't know, good to dance to and stuff. Yeah, so.
Great fun, and we enjoyed it because we remember Cloudland.
Yeah.
We went there,
and it got us up and we were dancing. It was fun.
Absolutely fantastic. Paul did a fantastic job.
It was a great music, great dancing.
The stage is exactly as it was. The bandstand, the band is fantastic. As are the dancers. The dance is wonderful.
I just think it's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, fourth time seeing the show. And,
everything fabulous.
Yeah,
love them all.
We'll be back for more.
Particularly Paul.
Part of my motivation for creating the show the way that I've created it was I had a lot of people that really would have loved to have had their last dance there. They met there, or they met their partners there, or they, like I said, they sat their exams or something like that. And a lot of people really didn't get the opportunity to go and see the venue bid it its true farewell. So the people I find that are coming along to the shows truly want to come along and have their final dance at Cloudland.
The mere idea of you, the longing here for you, you'll never know how slow. The mere idea of you, the longing here for you, you'll never